Well, good morning. It is some day in the middle of February, and did you ever have a day where you just felt so completely scatterbrained that you knew you had a lot to get done, but you just didn't even know where to start? I'm having one of those days. I've actually been having a week like that. This has been a very appointment-heavy week and like just task-heavy week, trying to get things done, and then also having scheduled appointments for various things, and then having several ministry events that I am committed to this week. But anyway, it's feeling like that today. But I want to talk about some crafty things today because that always helps me. It does. It always helps me to share about it. And I'm really enjoying doing this once a week podcast posting little thing I'm doing. So I'm in my bedroom, and this is where I film my podcast regularly. I usually sit right there in front of that yarn shelf and film my episodes. Let's do a little weather report. The snow is melting. We had like that big snowstorm, and we got 18 inches of snow in the flat places, but there were really big drifts. And so that's basically what is left now to melt, the really big drifted areas. And it was like 56 degrees yesterday. So that was strange and muddy. And Tilly, my Springer Spaniel, was quite messy when we were out. It's mud season here, maybe. I don't know. It seems early for mud season, but it might be mud season. We'll see. We will see. So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about my knitting updates, including my Olga sweater. I finished my creativity cowl. What else did I found my songbird mittens pattern that I don't know. I had misplaced it. I found it. And what else? Oh, I want to talk about something that I'm mending. I'm going to do some visible mending on a pair of jeans that I have. This is something, I've had these jeans for probably 4 years, and they were a pair of jeans. I should grab them. Well, I'll show you more about that here in a little bit. I'm going to be doing some really cool visible mending on that I'm really excited about, and I've been wanting to do at least since last spring, but I never took the time to do it. Anyway, first things first, I need to go downstairs and get my quilt out of the dryer and put it back on the bed, because it was bed linen washing day, and then I also have a bunch of food to make today. I have community group tonight. That's just like a group of people from our church. We get together every Wednesday night and have dinner together and discuss the sermon. So I have that tonight. And so I have a lot to do today. I think my mother-in-law is stopping for a visit for lunch. So it is, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. This is the problem with filming on my phone. I never know what time it is. It's 9:30. So I should get my day started. I should start getting some stuff done, right? Okay. All right, these are the jeans. They're like cutoff jeans. I can't even wear them anytime other than warmer days. But see here, so they came distressed already. I know some of you probably think you pay money for jeans that are already distressed. Yes, I have. But I always thrift stuff or buy it on sale. And I also own jeans that I have naturally distressed myself through years of wear, but I bought these already distressed. So this has a denim patch underneath it already. So this one's good. It's the one that was at my knee. When I bought it, it was just like right here, like this, you know, like just a little slash. And then because it's at my knee, this is what happened. So these are the jeans that I need to mend. So this is what happened. Yesterday, I was on Crafty. I was looking for a class to take, and I found a live stream by Brenda KB Anderson, and she has a lot of classes on Crafty. She was doing a live stream about visible mending. So I watched it, and it greatly inspired me. She was doing visible mending, 3 different types of visible mending to a denim jacket. And it was like, oh, yes, let's do this to these jeans, because I've been wanting to, but I didn't know exactly how I wanted to do it. And then one of the techniques that she used was like perfect for this big hole. So this is what I'm going to do. And many of you know, if you've been here for a while, that I have been working with Crafty for the last year, maybe even a little over a year now. And I've been a member with Crafty for even longer than that. So I was really excited to find something on there that could help me bring new life to these jeans, because I have not been wearing them because I'm afraid of them ripping even more. And I really like how they fit me everywhere else. So let's talk about Crafty just for a minute, because they are sponsoring this video today. And I think that they are a wonderful platform for increasing your current crafty skills, as well as learning new ones. So what is Crafty, first of all? For those of you who have never heard, Crafty is an online community and resource where millions of crafters, makers, and DIY enthusiasts find creative inspiration, advance their skills, and learn new ones along the way. They have more than 2,000 exciting classes and over 20 different popular categories. So there's categories like knitting, quilting, crochet, sewing, painting, cooking, embroidery, gardening, which there is a gardening class that I'm going to be watching because I'm getting ready to start my seeds next month. There's woodworking. There's even some fitness stuff and like yoga classes that they've recently added. At least I think they recently added them. I just noticed them recently. Crafty has an offer for you, my viewer, as well. The first 1,000 viewers to either use the QR code that's been on the screen or to click the link in my description down below will get 1 year of premium membership for only $1.49. And this is valid for new members only. And let me tell you, $1.49 is well worth it. There are so many classes. Not only are there classes on Crafty, there are videos, there are articles. Perhaps you don't have time for like a whole class, like a whole 3-hour class. Then maybe you want to read an article on how to do something, or maybe you want to watch a 45-minute video on something, on a technique. So there's all kinds of different options. And whether you're like new and learning how to, let's say for instance, knitting, because I'm such a knitter. If you're just learning how to knit, there's lots of classes on there for you. But if you're also someone who's been knitting for a long time, there are many classes on there for you as well, because there's things like classes on just all, like if you want to knit your own custom sweater, there's multiple classes on how to do that using your measurements. There's intarsia. Maybe you want to learn how to advance your color work skills. Like there's all kinds of things. We are always learning. It's good to be a lifelong student, right? So I think Crafty really offers a lot of value for those people who are seeking to delve more into the whatever craft that you desire to learn about or advance yourself in. So thanks again, Crafty, for sponsoring today's video, and be sure to get your own Crafty account for only $1.49 by using the links here in this video. Now let's go and get started on these jean repairs. Okay, I've got my protein smoothie. I've got my jeans. Now we're going to head downstairs into the basement, which is where my little crafty room is. I have to admit, I hardly never use this room. It's in the basement. I am not a basement dweller at all. Brad and I first lived in a basement, and I like natural light. I like to be upstairs, but let me show you. I am in our basement now, and this is my little craft room. Let me get this turned around. This is a work in progress. I did hang some happy lights up because, you know, they're happy lights, so they make everything look more joyful. And so I had this rearranged differently, and then I ended up wanting, so that old mantelpiece there used to be our headboard, but it originally came from my parents' house. It was their mantle for their fireplace, and they took their fireplace out years ago. And so I said, I want that. I'm going to use it as a headboard. Once we upgraded to a king size bed, which we just did that recently, this was way too small then to be behind the bed. So I didn't know where else to put it. I have a small house. I don't have a lot of room for stuff. So I brought it down here, and I thought I'd put it here and put the 2 chairs and do something in between. But what happened was it made this wall over here extremely crowded and cramped. And I can't go with that. I'm right here, Tilly. You're always trying to find your mama, huh? So this is going to go back to how I originally had it, and the mantelpiece is going to be stored because I don't want to get rid of it. Because this was a bedroom, it was originally our oldest son Sergey's bedroom and then Ian's bedroom before they both married and moved out. We did put in a full-size window because of like fire regulations and safety stuff, but it leaves some amount of natural light down here, but it's not a whole lot. So it's fairly low lighting down here. I'm gonna turn we have recessed lighting. I am gonna turn that on for the video purposes because I think it would be really hard to get good lighting without some help from the overhead lighting, even though I hate to use overhead lighting in my videos, but we're gonna have to. But okay, so I'm down here. This is where most of my supplies are. I have my 2 yarn shells upstairs, but everything else is down here. And this is one fabric. I have 2 bins of fabric, and this is one of them. And so I need to find a fabric that will work with my jeans. So I was originally, last night when I was laying in bed and not able to fall asleep because I was thinking about everything that I could possibly think about, I was thinking that I might want to go with one of these like darker calicos. I have a bunch here as well. I have all these calicos. So I had thought about doing like, I don't know, one of these. But then when I was pulling this bin out this morning, I remembered that I have this old quilt top that I had thrifted many, many years ago. I'm thinking like 15 years, 16, maybe even more. I don't know. And it's just a long piece. I have it folded over, and it's got some stains and stuff on it. So I was thinking I could maybe use a portion of this to put behind here, because basically I'm just going to do what Brenda taught in her class, which is you make a patch. So I'm going to stitch this onto another piece of denim that I've cut out to like fill in the space behind this hole. I'm going to stitch this to the denim, which I have old jeans somewhere I need to find that I saved for just reasons like this. And then I'm going to attach it back here using the instructions from the class that Brenda taught. So I'm thinking like this little section here with these different colors would be really fun behind that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. What do you think? Okay, so I have this pair of jeans that no longer fit me. Story of my life since 5 years ago. But they were like my painting jeans. You can tell they're boot cut. I know that's coming back in style now, but that hasn't been in style since what, 2008, 2010? I don't even know. I just know that they don't fit me anymore. So I typically I donate clothing like that, except that this has paint all over it. So I'm going to I put this denim aside to be used for patches and things like that. So I'm going to use this as my background patch. I do need to clean some stuff up a little bit. This is my collection of embroidery floss. I have literally thrifted all of this. Yeah, I think maybe I've bought 10 little spools of embroidery floss, you know, full price. But most of what I have, I'm a big craft thrifter, big time. Okay, this feels so weird doing an episode like this. Kind of unlike what I normally do, but we're going to roll with it. I have my laptop down here so that I can go through the stuff in the class that I don't really remember how she did it, which is nice. That's another nice thing. I can go back and rewatch it. I don't need to rewatch the whole thing. So I just need to rewatch parts of it that I cannot remember the process that she did. But I'm going to go ahead and get started because I actually really would like to get these done. This has been pre-washed. I've washed this multiple times, so that's an important thing to remember. If you're doing a denim patch, like if you're patching denim or actually patching any kind of clothing, you always want to pre-wash all of your materials, or you may end up with a shrunken patch that's just going to pull away from the sides anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to look over this just to make sure that the little section I chose is really the section I want to go with, because there's so many cute little spots on here that I could use. But I suppose what I need to do first is measure how big I need to make this patch. So I've got this area here, and let's see, we're just gonna cut this. So I just have to say, I am so much enjoying this. This is so easy. This is so much easier than my brain made it think it was going to be, which is what happens often with me and my brain anticipating. Although I am learning that most of the time, my brain makes things way harder than they actually are. It imagines things are going to be harder than they are. So I'm literally just running a running stitch along the edge of this patch. And these are going to be so cool. I am so excited about these. I'm so crooked today. Real life vlog, guys, real life vlog. So this is satisfying to me because I didn't spend any money on this project. Like, I am just using what I have, which I do have a nice stash of craft supplies because that is like probably the biggest thing I thrift I thrift a lot of clothing too. Like, most of my wardrobe is thrifted. But when I go to thrift stores, I look for crafts. Like, I always do. I look for craft supplies. I've never really had much luck finding yarn, but that's okay because I have a big enough yarn stash and I'm particular about my yarn anyway. So the amount of times I've found yarn at a thrift store that I've purchased have been maybe once or twice. But the other supplies, yeah, I've gotten really lucky. So I do have a nice stash. And so I guess I did pay for this stuff at one point, but not right now at this present time. But I'm just finishing up this running stitch, and then I'm going to have to turn on the video because I need to figure out how to like correctly pin this into the jeans before I start doing the visible mending that will attach the patch to the actual jeans. Look how cute. I love it. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to show you my finished jeans. I don't have my mic in right now, so you're probably going to notice a difference in the audio, but it is because it has malfunctioned and caused a lot of problems, so I'm having to re-record some stuff, which I think I probably just talked about. Anyway, let me flip the camera around and show you my finished jeans. I love them so much. I am so happy I decided to do this. So let me flip around. Look at this patch. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's just so completely darling. It's so me. It's perfect. It is perfect, but it's not perfect at all because look how crooked my stitches are. They are so crooked. It is not perfectly done at all, but I don't even care. I'm so excited to wear these this spring. Now I'm trying to figure out other things I can do to these jeans to make them look more fun. Maybe I was thinking maybe doing something on the pockets up here. Well, no, this pocket. And then maybe something over here above this particular patch. Some sort of embroidery. I don't know yet. I could do some just surface applique as well. That also sounds like a fun idea. But oh, love it. I love that class. That might have been one of the my favorite. It wasn't even it was a live event. And I think it might have been one of my favorite things I've done on Craftsy because I just love it so much. And I'm so glad I decided to go with that quilt top. This is so perfect. Tilly, would you like to join me for this part of the podcast? Would you like to be involved in this? Yes. So, she is such a lovable dog. I have never had as cuddly of a dog as you. Friends, if you are looking for a extremely cuddly, lovable dog, you must get yourself an English Springer Spaniel. Now, keep in mind that they also require lots of walks. They love mud and water and playing in the snow. And so they are not for someone who does not like to go outside. But anyway, look at this dog. I literally have never owned, we've had 4 dogs in our married life, and I have never had a dog like this one. And I had heard that about this breed, that they're a very cuddly, like Brad calls her an invasive species, because she just always has to sit down right on top of you or lay up against you, share your pillow at night. I love her though. I thought before I lose light, because it is so dreary today. So it's 3:30 and it's really dreary. So I'm sitting in front of the windows for some lighting. But I thought I would do a little update on some of my knitting projects and then an embroidery project. Let me show you the embroidery project first, because this is actually a banner that I made 2 years ago at Christmas time. And the first year I made it, I made like the actual banner pieces and sewed them on the ribbon. This is like some velvet ribbon. And I cut out the felt letters and I put them on with like a spray adhesive. I was too sick this past winter and didn't feel like dealing with completing this project. So I didn't even hang this up this past Christmas. But for some reason, I felt like working on it. I pulled it out, I think, the end of January, and I just finished it the other night. So I just went around and did blanket stitch. This says Noel. It's totally a Christmas thing, but I'm showing it now because it is something that I spent quite a few hours this past. I guess this has all been done in February. But I just went through and did a blanket stitch around. So now, like the spray adhesive, the letters were starting to lift up off. So now I don't have to worry about it. Plus, this just looks so much nicer. Okay, and then I finished my creativity cowl, and this is a pattern by Tori Knits NYC. So here it is. It is knit in Brothers and Sisters. Flower Hill Fleeces, Homegrown, Brothers and Sisters. I think the homegrown is the yarn, and then like the yarn type, and then the Brothers and Sisters is the color, maybe, because this is undyed, and I think that it's this this tannish color. I think it's maybe like a blend of the different sheep on Jody's farm. That's why it's called Brothers and Sisters. But anyway, I blocked this a couple of days ago and I seamed it up. I'm not overly happy with my seam, but whatever. It's going to be on the back of my neck. My hair will be covering it. You seam it using a mattress stitch. I just don't know that I don't know. It's not the best mattress stitch, but whatever. Let's try it on. I don't like a loose cowl. Now this one's, I'm gonna have to take my glasses off to get it over my head. My bind off. my bind off, I think, hopefully you can hear me. Oh, I thought it was thundering. It's like, what in the world? I have no idea what that was. Are you wondering what that was too, Tilly? What was that? Okay, so look. Oh, FedEx. It was FedEx going by. I don't like a loose cowl because I feel like a cowl when I wear them, I want it to cover my neck and keep it warm. So it's not really like a accessory for me, like a fashion accessory. When I wear a cowl, it's for warmth. You're the prettiest dog. You're so distracting. You're so cute. Yes, you are. So this was harder I thought it would be tighter around my neck, but no, it's good. It's good. And let's see, it's pretty long. See, it goes down pretty far. So that is done. It's probably not going to be a cowl that I wear a lot, because when I wear cowls outside, I like them to fit tight, but it sure did feel like it was going to fit tight when I was trying to get it down over my head. So that is done and finished. I've been working on this since last fall. And then I pulled my smoke show back out because I'm really trying to work hard on my whips, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'll show you. I put this little stitch marker. Where did it go? Right here. So 4 days ago, when I filmed my last podcast episode, I stuck this stitch marker on so that I could track my progress. And this is how much I've knit in the last 4 days. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I have decided I am not a cable person. I find cables fiddly because I have to use a cable needle. I tried doing this without a cable needle, and I just felt like I just didn't enjoy that either. I felt like I was gonna lose a stitch down through I decided I didn't like to do that. So I've been using a cable needle, and I don't know. I'm not enjoying the process of that. Maybe I'll change my mind as I work on this. Do you have tips for cabling? I thought I should look up some videos on YouTube about cabling, like making cabling faster or easier. It's not always about like productivity for me, but I have to admit that I am a product knitter. I'm a process knitter because knitting makes me feel relaxed and chill, but I'm a product knitter because I'm typically knitting because I want the finished project. She sees something out the window. Can you see? She's looking very intently. What's out there? What's out there, Tilly? I mean, this is beautiful. Like, it looks really pretty. This is a vest. This is the Smoke Show by Thea Coleman. So it will be like this with buttons on the front. And yeah, I'll put a picture up on the screen for those of you who have not seen this pattern. So I think I'm really going to like this when I'm done. I'm just not so sure that I'm going to ever really love cables like I love colorwork knitting, for instance. Colorwork knitting, I could just do all day long. Cables, I'm like, it's not my favorite. But I'm going to do it because I want the finished product. Oh, and I'm using Pearl Soho Hedgerow. And this is like, I think this color is called Heirloom White. Pretty sure. I had located my pattern for my Songbird Mittens, which is a pattern by Erica Huser. So I have that now. I haven't started working on that yet, but I did find it because I was a little bit concerned that I did not have that project because it had all my notes on it from where I left off. And in case you're wondering what those are, if you didn't see my last episode or you don't know, the Songbird Mittens are a pair of colorwork mittens that have a bird on them. And I haven't touched these since last winter, like winter of 20, or like, it was probably about this time in 2025, the last time I touched these. Okay. One more thing, one more knitting project I want to update you all on. And it is my Olga sweater. This is the pattern that's by Petite Knit, and I'm knitting it for my daughter. So I did, look what I have here. I did the Italian bind off. So that's, oh, it's so pretty. Such a nice finish. It's so worth it. It's a lot of work, but honestly, it doesn't even bother me. I kind of get lost in the rhythm of it. And so I picked up the stitches last night for this first sleeve, and I'm working on that. And my plan for this is not to do any decreases in the sleeve like the pattern says, but to do a full voluminous sleeve and then do a very quick decrease before the cuff ribbing. So it produces a nice big balloon sleeve. That's what Lily wants. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to match the colors on each sleeve. I'm just going to do random colors. I mean, I'll color manage it basically like I did for the body, but I'm not going to try to match the sleeves. So this has been a really fun knit, and I'm actually definitely going to be knitting this pattern again. I'm going to be knitting it for myself, but I'm going to be doing it in 2 colors like the pattern was originally written for. Okay, so that is all I am planning on talking about today for my knitting. I do have these beautiful jeans. Now I want to do these to more jeans. I need to make more holes. I don't have any more these are like crops. These are crops, like I said earlier. So I don't wear them in the winter, but now I want to do some of this kind of stuff to like a pair of my winter jeans, which none of my winter jeans have holes in them because I'm like, why would I wear a hole in my jeans in the winter when it's cold? You know what I mean? But, oh my gosh, I love these. These make me smile, despite the fact that I lost a bunch of footage. This makes me smile. I love it so much. And I'm so happy that I finally put that quilt top to use because I've had that, oh my gosh, for such a long time. So, all right, friends, I need to go. I need to make like 5 pounds of taco meat to take to community group. I need to make some rice to go with it. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking here and just say thank you for watching. I may include some more footage after this. I don't know. It's just such a dreary day. It's very dark in my house and I have a lot to get done in like 2 hours time. So I'm not sure how much more I'll actually be filming and including, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this crafty day in February. Thanks for watching.